Hey everybody, Dr. Nelson here. This is a interactive video lesson about decimals and expanded form. So what's going to happen is you're going to take notes with me on the first page, and then you have a chance to try some problems on your own, and then at the end you can see how you did. All right. So the first question is what exactly does it mean when we say expanded form? Okay. Well, just write this in for me. So expanded form is basically just a way of writing each number according to its place value. So let's write that down. So writing each number according to its place value. All right, so here's a couple examples. So here we have the number 3 and 482 thousandths. And notice what's happening here, okay, is being broken down by its place value. So notice that we have 3 groups of ones, okay, and then 4 groups of 1/10ths, 8 groups of 100ths, and then 2 groups of 1,000ths. Okay, so it's 3 times 1 plus 4 times 1/10th plus 8 times 1/100th, and then plus 2 times 1/1000th. And when we add up all these numbers, that's how we get our original. Okay, so we're just expanding it. So really, there's two types of expanded form you need to be aware of. There's fraction form and then there's decimal form. Okay, and this right here would be considered fraction form. I'm gonna put F for fraction. Okay, and this right here would be considered D for decimal form. Okay, and there's actually another example down here. So it says the expanded form of the number 3 and 482 thousandths is, again, here's the fraction form, and down here is the decimal form. So let's write that in. So this is the, again, fraction form. And this right here is the decimal form. All right, so if you turn the page, let's write down these two numbers in expanded form. And we're going to do this first number in decimal form, and then we're going to do the same number in fraction form. Okay, so here we have the number 42 and 278 thousandths. So notice we have 4 groups of 10. Okay, so it's going to be 4 times 10. All right, that little dot means multiplication. Okay, plus we have 2 groups of 1s, so it's going to be 2 times 1. All right, but now we're going to get into the decimals. Okay, now we have 2 groups of a tenth, so it's going to be 2 times 1/10, so 0.1 or 1/10. Okay, plus we have 7 groups of a thousandths, so it's going to be 7 times 0.01. Okay, and then finally I'm going to move down here because I'm out of space. I'm going to add 8 groups of 1,000, so it's going to be 8 times 0.001. Okay, so all we've done is we've broken this down by place value. So now I'm going to do the same thing, except now instead of the decimals, we're going to use fractions. Okay, so the first two parts are going to be the same because we're talking about whole numbers. So let me use a different color to make it even more obvious here. All right, so we're going to have 4 times 10 plus 2 times 1. So again, that first part doesn't change. All right, but now we're going to have, okay, 2 times, now over here it's 0.1. Well, 0.1 is 1/10. So it's going to be 2 times a tenth plus 7 times 100th. And then finally down here, plus 8 times 1,000th. And there it is. Okay. So to the left, we have expanded form and decimal form. And to the right, we have expanded form and fraction form. All right, so why don't you pause the video and try the your turn now problems. And when you're done, hit play and you can see how you did. All right, good luck. All right, everybody, welcome back. Let's see how you do with this practice problem. So for this problem, you had the number 9 and 843 thousandths, and you had to write it both in decimal expanded form and then fraction expanded form. So take a look, see how you did. Notice both versions have 9 times 1 in the front, but then we have 8 times 1/10, 4 times 1/100th, and then 3 times 1/1000th for both. And the top is in decimal form, and the bottom is in fractional form. All right, how'd you do?